Hey guys, Moose here. Welcome back to another episode of Life is Feudal Forest Village. Let's go ahead and make good on our plans and get rid of this stuff as well. Wanted to pave this area. Probably, I don't know, man. I could see a really solid argument for actually redoing some of the housing up here and moving it down this way. So that actually might be what I do here. I'm not totally sold on that just yet, but I'm thinking that might be the right choice. We'll see. I wonder if you can build a farm on pavement. That's kind of the big part there. I'm kind of wondering about. Yeah, there's kind of an incline. I think we just deal with the incline. This is not going to work because of that, so we will move it back one. No. Let's try that one more time. Oh, it can't go there. It has to go here. And then I can pick the level. Okay, let's just let them build that, see what happens. I don't know how this is going to work. But I like that it's elevated because this somewhat lets us control entry. I don't... Yeah, it's actually really cheap too. So here's the thing. They can't get up there right now. Let's go ahead and build one right there. This can be temporary, doesn't have to be a permanent thing. But we need an entryway to start. They're still deconstructing these, so that's fine. They'll take their time on that. I'm not worried about expanding it too much yet, but I like that this is just level. No BS. I'm very, very happy with how cheap these are. I was actually really, going into this, I was extremely worried that they were going to be very expensive from a stone perspective, and that was going to cause problems for us. Doesn't look like that's the case. It's still very much a concern. Lots of work left to do. Okay, we are in winter, so we got a bit more time. We don't need to rush. We are probably going to hit spring before we know it here. I'm going to try not to miss that. I tend to forget and blow it, but I think this year I'm going to remember as soon as we hit 0, hopefully. Hopefully. It's far from guaranteed, but one can hope. This is cool. I like this. There's a few they need to finish, but so far I like this. I'm trying to add more work as they go. Want to maintain the number of builders working. We're going to build it pretty far back, I think. I'd like to claim a pretty large area here. I want to see if I can build farms on it. If I can build farms on it, that changes everything, and I might kind of like slowly replace the whole town. I could probably use an opportunity to redo some things, but I don't know. I feel like the game has changed since I built this town, and my understanding of the game has changed since I built this town, so having an opportunity to kind of redo it from scratch might not be a bad idea. But that's a long ways off if we're going to start talking about that. My only goal, I just don't want to block anything. Oh, that one, it doesn't matter if that one's not done. I don't want to block any of them off that are unfinished. I don't want to prevent them from accessing the buildings that are in progress. Get these done. Got quite a bit more to work on. They're making good progress, though. This is a step in the right direction. I think housing is a good idea because I wasn't paying any attention at all to mood or anything previously. Alright, we're at -2 early spring. Gonna be ready to transition here. So yeah, doing a little bit more work on joy and planning out the housing with the expectation that I need to kind of give them something to do, or like entertainment. Something to make them happy, I think, is a good choice. Come on. I can't click properly. Turning into an old man. Okay. I think that's good enough. We have pretty good manpower right now. I think I can be happy with that, and that's largely on the back of taking everyone off the bakeries and such since we deconstructed those, so that's fine. Not gonna sweat that. It looks like they can build it from the top. I'm just paranoid about adding something and blocking it from being accessible. That's what I don't want to do. But this is good. The spacing's good. This looks nice. We're going to take a pretty big area here. I don't know that we're ever going to put the donkey farm up on that. I don't know if we can. I mean, that's another experiment we need to do. Let's try... Yeah, okay. It's kind of what I thought. But we can put houses up here. I think this is not buildable because this is not finished, but that's the only reason, I would imagine. Okay, we probably do one more year of flax. Even the oats I could almost stop doing soon. How's research going? Research is not going. Do animal breeding. Taking their sweet time getting these things built. Is this not finished? Yeah, it's not. There's so many that are unfinished. What's the deal? Lazy frickin' builders. Come on, man. I'm gonna pave like a pretty big area down here. We're going to go a little bit nuts with it. And I think that's the right choice. I think we should go a little bit nuts. This is a new thing. Want to show it off. Have some fun with it. Certainly keeping the builders busy here. They're taking their damn time. Can't say I really blame them that much. There's a lot of work to do. Okay, that was using stone. That's unfortunate. I was kind of hoping this wouldn't use stone, but I think it all does, pretty much. Not everything, but most of them. I really wish they'd finished that one. And all the edge. Even that one's not... It's still not done. It's hard to tell when they're done. I mean, the fence, I guess, but if it's like in the middle, you don't get to... You can't really tell. Like, none of these are finished. But they look pretty done, right? They look done to me. They are not. I'm going to let them finish it off completely. Just give them a minute here. Okay, so farms can't go up there. That's interesting. I wonder if the donkey farm can. It can. Interesting. So I should get rid of this. Can the caravan stables go up there? It can. So I should get rid of that. Market, I'm sure can. That's not a question. Very interesting. So I could actually replace pretty much everything down here with that, and it would work just fine. So are there limits to what I want to put up here? I'm kind of thinking no. I think this is nice. It looks nice. It's convenient. It allows me to do some mass planning that I maybe should have done in the first place, but it's nice and neat. They're so quick to do the terraforming, but then the actual building takes so damn long. This one I might have to redo. I don't know if it messed up or something, but that's a big start. Food reserves are low. Are you kidding me? Is that a joke? Alright, we should have harvested already. You can call that a mistake, but honestly, it's early summer. We're fine. God, shut up with the food resources being low. They're not low, game. What are you kidding me? We're over 30k. You're out of control here. There is no reality in which this is low. Even for our population. That's like 2 to 3 years I could do no food and I'd still be fine. Yeah, we're gonna need to rebuild some of our mines soon. It's starting to go... It's not totally gone, but we're getting there. Yeah, I screwed this one up. Can I cancel this? No. If I do that... Where? No, it's this one. I always mix those icons up. Confuses the crap out of me every time. Alright, so we just have that there now, so, you know... That's just, I guess they're going to terraform it now back down to the way it was. That was messy, huh? But that does make an interesting kind of example. I could do kind of tiered housing where like, hey, if you're right next to the farm, you get like a normal house, like one of these. Small house will be in the front, and then it goes up a couple steps and there's stairs, and then you get the nice large houses and the hostels. Or the hostels maybe are I don't know. Do you guys think hostels are like lower quality housing than like a small house or a house? I think from a happiness standpoint, the game says yes. I think they do give you less happiness than the small house or a large house, but I don't know. I could see it going either way. I think I'm getting to the point where I might be okay with an apartment building again. I'm kind of, I guess, jaded on the living in someone's backyard. In some ways it's too personal. I almost like not knowing my neighbors, as weird as that might sound. I don't actually like people, so it's kinda, I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it very well. But yeah, I sort of don't like anyone. I mean, obviously there's some people in the world that I like, but mostly, unless it's someone that I have like social interactions with that I'm friendly with, I don't really want to interact with anyone. I would almost be happier just not interacting with anyone at all. Which you might consider is very strange for someone that's making videos on YouTube and streaming on Twitch, and you'd probably be right. Yeah, it is a little weird. And I guess maybe to some extent doing this is trying to help me change who I am and be a little bit less miserly, I guess would be the word. But I don't know if that's ever going to change. It's kind of just who I am. Someone does something that I don't like, and it's basically like, okay, well, I'm never gonna like you. And I just permanently dislike that person. It's just the way I work for whatever. Basically, my philosophy, and I'm not even necessarily, at this point in what I'm discussing, thinking about whether this is right or wrong. That's not what I'm getting at anymore. I'm just explaining where I'm coming from. To a degree, the rationalization and the explanation of why I think that way basically comes down to, well, there's how many billion people in the world? Why would I waste my time interacting with someone who I don't enjoy interacting with. What's the point? It seems stupid, right? Like, if someone burns me, does something shitty, even if it's like, hey, you know, I made a mistake, I shouldn't have done that, I'm sorry. You know, what does that person in all likelihood bring to the table that makes them someone that I should bother forgiving? As shitty as that may sound. Why should I forgive them? Why should I not just say, you know what, you burned me, that's enough, I'm out? Why would I ever give them another chance? I don't really understand why. Like, basically, if you're making the choice, someone did something shitty to you, if you're making the choice to forgive them and say, you know, that's whatever, shit happens, I guess, or I guess sometimes people do things that are shitty, whether they're apologetic or not. In my mind, the choice is, do you forgive someone that you already know screwed you over, already did something shitty to you, or do you go with someone who's a blank slate, who's never done anything to you? Which could be anyone. Like I said, there's billions of people on the planet. We got internet, and there's, you know, most people live in population centers with lots of people. So it's not like there's no one else to talk to or interact with. So why give someone who already burned you another chance when you could just go with someone who's a blank slate, who's never done that to you? And hopefully you can tell, you know, they've never done it to anyone else either. But you don't know. You never know, really. It's difficult to tell with people, so I'm really just saying what they've done to you. And I guess it's more complicated than that, because you may have invested emotional value in a person or something like that. That's not really me, I guess. It's not that I don't like anyone or care about anyone, it's more that once someone burns me, it's just sort of like, oh, okay, well, fuck you then. I'm completely fine cutting and running at that point, because I don't see the value. And it's not that people have to be perfect. I mean, I have friends that have views and opinions that, in my mind, are incredibly stupid, and they're political. Let's just say they're political opinions that I think are, like, incredibly stupid, and choices that I think are incredibly stupid surrounding politics. And let's not say anything more about it than that. I am still friends with those people. I kind of struggle with that sometimes, because it's complicated. I don't really want to get into the politics, but they believe things that scare me, I guess. And it's hard for me to cope with that sometimes and understand, you know, hey, this is just, you know, it's where they're coming from, they have their reasons, whatever. It doesn't feel that way to me with what's on the line and everything. I think that's a little bit too close. Maybe it's not. Maybe this is a good spacing, I don't know. Yeah, let's try that. Whoa, it's fall. Whoa. Did we Yeah, we're at 46k, we're fine. Okay. I was like, why is it already snowing? What's going on? This is not normal. That's okay. We need more. Honestly, we need mining stuff more than we need food at this point. So this is fine. Nice, so we're building our first house up here. I'm gonna do like I don't know, we're gonna see. It's gonna be a little bit weird. I'm gonna have to think about how I'm gonna design this. We got time, because I'm not gonna finish building this. It needs to be upgraded, so it's gonna take a minute. We got time here, but I got plans and ideas. But yeah, so anyway, I've got friends who think things that I believe are stupid and harmful to the public base. I guess that's the nice way to put it. Maybe it's not nice, but Yeah, and I'm still, I guess, friends with them. Sometimes I struggle with that. And I've got friends who've done things, not really done, well, I've got friends who've done things that are shitty. And I guess I've made the decision that they're not shitty enough for me to. I just realized I've got myself demonetized by talking about this, by saying shitty. Fantastic. I've actually been good at avoiding swearing recently. It's avoided the demonetization. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. I guess I've decided that it's not bad enough that I would say no, I don't want to interact with someone like this. And I've got friends who have. I guess there's the line. I was gonna say I've got friends who said hurtful things to me, but I don't think I do. I've got friends who said things to me that could be taken as hurtful, but I choose to look at it as they're pointing out flaws that I have that are honest, and they're not doing it to be malicious or insult me or anything like that. That's not it at all. They're doing it because they're being honest with me about my issues, and that's fine. I have problems. I don't really take issue with that very much, so I'm not bothered by that at all. Like, even if they've said negative things about me, I don't know. It's kind of weird. But anyway, in general, I'm more willing to cut and run than I guess most people are, and I suppose I don't always understand why people don't do that. But anyway, little bit of a weird topic to get into there, but no, I talk about weird stuff, and I always think it's interesting. So anyway, that's going to do it for today's episode. We made some really good progress here. Pretty happy with our little patio here that we're going to keep expanding all around the farms. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Hope you'll join us for the next one as well. If you did enjoy it, feel free to come by twitch.tv/electronicmoose. Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, 6 to 8 p.m. PST, 9 to 11 p.m. EST. Check out the stream if you like. If not, thanks for watching here on YouTube all the same, and I will see you next time. Take care.